If you have a low-spec computer but still want to work with powerful language models like Llama with 8 billion parameters or more, there is a solution. You can connect to a remote server and use virtual computing power. Imagine your computer becoming 10 times more powerful without upgrading any hardware. That's exactly what we're going to talk about today. Hi, I'm Daniel. Welcome to my channel where I make smart tutorials. In this video, we're going to talk about Thunder Compute, a service that offers affordable virtual GPU subscriptions. I'll show you how to add extra cores using the Visual Core Studio terminal, and then we'll test the Llama 3.1 model on a local host. You will see for yourself just how fast the LLM can run on your machine. Also, I've left all the useful links in the description down below, so don't forget to check them out. So let's dive in and explore what this service has to offer. Thunder Compute tutorial. First, guys, let's take a look at the Thunder Compute system, which allows you to connect GPUs for AI and language model tasks. The service claims that your system will recognize these virtual GPUs as if they were its own. And here's the thing, guys. Recently, they've lowered our pricing, and their new rates make them the cheapest cloud platform in the world by a large margin. The following pricing plans are available. NVIDIA Tesla T4 at 27 cents per hour, and NVIDIA 800 40 GB at 57 cents per hour, while 80 GB will cost you just 78 cents per hour. You can also request a custom virtual GPU setup, but you'll need to contact the sales team for that. Now let's go to the console. Here you'll find all your active instances. Below, there's an instance runtime graph showing their performance. In the settings section, you can view the profile details and purchase history. Here we need to generate the token in the API Tokens tab. I'll enter a nickname and click the Generate button. Once it's created, it's important to store the token safely and never share it with anyone. I'll copy it now for later use and keep it private. Now let's move to the docs section to install TNR, the container that will connect the virtual cores. For this, I'll use the built-in terminal in Visual Studio Code. In fact, TNR integrates perfectly with this program. And you can also install plugins to work with virtual cores directly within the Visual Studio Code environment. I'll copy and paste the command pip install TNR. However, my system doesn't recognize pip, so I need to use pip3 instead. As you can see, there's a notification that this environment is externally managed. I've installed the pip3 environment and ran pip3 install TNR. Now I have a working TNR. Let's check out the next step and move back to the Quick Start Docs section. As we can see, we need to enter the CLI authentication command, which is TNR login. We'll enter it in the Visual Core Studio terminal. And now it requests the token we generated earlier, the one that should remain private. The system then asks, would you like to enable the Thunder CLI command completion? We select yes to proceed. The next step is to create a Thunder Compute instance. We'll do this using pre-configured instance templates for launching Ollama. All available templates are in the Instance Templates section. We'll choose the Ollama server setup to load and run open source LLMs. Now go back to the terminal and enter the copied command tnr create template Ollama. This starts the download and installation of our instance. Its name is Instance 0, so keep that in mind. If we ever need to check the status, we can do so with the command tnr status. We can also check the status of the Thunder Compute instance in the Home tab of the console. Here we can see that the instance ID is 0, and it's running on a virtual Tesla T4 GPU. It also displays the IP address, creation date, and the current status, which is staging. We just need to wait until the staging phase passes and the GPU fully activates on our system. At that point, the status will switch to start. Then we'll be able to use the virtual GPU as if it were a native part of our computer. Here it is. Our instance has successfully started. The status indicator has turned green, meaning it's running. Let's go back to the instructions and connect the instance. The connection is labeled Connect 0. So we'll copy and paste it into the terminal. The error indicates that I should have pasted the pure command without any comments. Now we can launch the Ollama server by clicking the Start Ollama command. It's now launching, and we can see that it will run within the OpenWebUI environment at localhost :8080. This means we'll use our local host. But at the same time, we'll be utilizing the virtual GPU that we've connected through the Thunder Compute service. Once this is done, we can open localhost in the browser and see the Ollama environment launching within the OpenWebUI. The registration process is super simple. Just enter your name, email, and password to create an admin account. I'll skip the welcome window. And now we have an interface similar to ChatGPT or other AI chat tools, like DeepSeek and so on. Here we see the prompt field, and above it, we can select a model to use. At the moment, there are no models. We haven't connected or downloaded any yet. The settings menu in the bottom left corner allows us to customize various options, including language preferences, UI interface, personalization settings, audio, chats, account settings, and admin settings, if we're using an admin account. Guys, let me take a little break to ask you to like this video and subscribe to my channel. It's absolutely free, but helps me make even more fun tutorials for you. Thanks! We're back. And now let's go to the new chat section and try selecting a model. We'll download Llama 3.1, an 8 billion parameter model from the Ollama website. The model is downloaded. And now we need to unpack it onto our virtual core. Once the manifest files are recorded, the installation is complete. Now that the model is ready, let's start testing it by asking some basic questions. The first question is, who are you and what can you do? The model generates the response using the connected virtual GPU core. If we were running it locally on our computer, it would consume all the resources and take much longer. Llama 3.1 has completed its reasoning process and came up with the response that it's a large language model that can answer a variety of questions. Alright, if it says so, let's follow up with another standard question. Why is the sky blue? Llama 3.1 latest quickly replies, explaining the physical concept of the sky's color in detail. Now let's try a math riddle. When Grant was 8, his brother was half his age. Now Grant is 14. How old is his brother? We'll send the question and watch as the model breaks it down step by step. The final answer it provides is, his brother is 10. The model made the calculations very quickly, thanks to the connected virtual GPU. And that's exactly the right answer. Let's go over another fun math riddle. There are 3 apples in a basket. You take away 2. How many apples do you have now? The model knows that this is a clever question. Quite an interesting comment from Llama. The correct answer is 2 apples because you took 2 and left 1 in the basket. That's what we expect. However, the model says, I don't have any apples. Anyway, this riddle is more of a joke. And the model still acknowledges that it took 2 apples away. Let's test the model with another puzzle to verify the accuracy of its answers. Two fathers and 2 sons went fishing. They caught 3 fish. Yet this was enough for each of them to get 1 fish. How is this possible? The model also recognizes this as a classic riddle and a great example of lateral thinking. It provides an explanation. 1 father, his son, who has children, and the son's child, the grandson. 3 people in total. This shows that the model handles logic puzzles quite well. Now let's ask it to summarize Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte, so it can give us a general overview in just a few sentences. Will it understand the request correctly? We can see that the model breaks the book into chapters and provides a structured chapter list. For every few chapters, it gives us key learnings, short excerpts that shed light on the book's content. Take note of the speed. It works very fast. In my previous review, when I tested Ollama on my local machine, it took much longer. And in some cases, the LLM completely crashed my computer, forcing me to restart it manually. The model also generated an action list, just as we asked. So here's the response. It includes a full breakdown by chapters, a structured action plan, and it did all of this very quickly. Finally, let's ask Llama on Thunder Compute to brainstorm some business ideas that are currently in demand. I'm curious to see what it will offer. The model categorizes the ideas by industry, such as e-commerce, health and wellness, which was in the recent Quen review as well. Technology, sustainable energy, and logistics and delivery. For each industry, it provides 3 solid ideas. There are also education, home services, and other in-demand niches with really great business ideas. The response is well-structured and fast, as usual. I suppose we can boldly say that Thunder Compute, with a connected virtual GPU core, was extremely helpful in running a large language model. Unfortunately, we didn't have enough resources to launch Llama 3.3. But we still have access to numerous language models available on ollama.com in the Models section. We can connect any of them and use them within the OpenWeb UI interface on a local computer. For computing power, we need to use the virtual GPU from thundercompute.com. Final thoughts. Okay guys, let's wrap things up now with some last words. It took less than 10 minutes to install and connect Thunder Compute. As you can see, using a virtual GPU for AI tasks is incredibly easy. What's impressive is that Llama runs much faster than if it were relying on my computer's resources. That means we can all tackle complex problems with the virtual GPU. By the way, what kind of task would you use it for? If you're excited to try it out, or if you have already used it and have some thoughts to share, drop a comment below. I'd love to hear about your experiences. Don't forget to hit that like button if you found this video helpful and subscribe for more tutorials. Thanks for watching, until next time.